Hi, this is Micornus, the leader and the founder of the Young Men Empowerment Forum. Today, I want to speak about performance indicators that may help you as a leader, because you, as a young man, we wanna build you into an extraordinary young man of wisdom, integrity, and character through kingdom principles. And we want to embark on some topics of leadership for your life. And I believe that as a young man, you are yearning to become a leader. And today, then, we want to embark on what we call key performance indicators of great leaders so that you can be able to become a great leader, and knowing what are the key performance indicators of your life if you are to become an excellent leader in your life. Now, as a young man, I think it is very important that we emphasize that each time you dream of becoming a great leader, you look at what are the performance indicators. And I want to categorically put the performance indicators today, and as we speak through these lessons, categorize them under strategy-related key performance indicators, and we will engage in going forward as well in those key performance indicators that are under engagement as a leader. And there are those performance indicators that are under efficiency as well. That we'll speak about that as we continue. But there are those key performance indicators that are under what we call finance as well. There are different areas where we'll actually look at, and I will speak about those as well in these lessons. Now, we'll also look at key performance indicators and innovation as well, because there are some key performance indicators that are innovation related as well. But today, allow me just to start with part one of this great topic. And we want to speak about key performance indicators under strategy for you as a leader and as a young man who's aspiring to become a leader. Now, the first one is what we call team alignment. Now, I want you to understand as a young man that when you are leading people, you are leading people that supposed to become a team. You basically want people to work actually as a team. Now, if you want people to work as a team, you need to have what we call team alignment as very, very important. Now, ensure the team understands the overall strategy and outline the strategy to them. Make them understand the strategy. Make them to be clear about the strategy, because they must align with you on the basis of the strategy. So therefore, develop them in a sense that you sell the strategy to them and let them have a buy-in of the strategy. And to be able actually to understand the strategy and buy in for it, in it, is for you to clearly explain it and make it sensible to them. Now, teams want to align only when they understand the strategy. They'll only align with you when they know that they buy in, because they know exactly what you're talking about when you're talking about the strategy that you're giving them. So therefore, team alignment is going to be very important, and you cannot ignore it and as a leader, because when the team is not aligned, then you cannot be able to progress from there on. You cannot be able to achieve your goal. You cannot be able to achieve the desired goal that you have in your mind. Now, secondly, when you have now aligned the team, it's very important that we also say another key indicator will be goal achievement, because then you wanna now achieve a goal with this team. And if you are having a goal that you need to achieve, that goal must be written down. It must be something that everybody knows amongst the team, that this is the goal that we want to achieve. Because without clarifying the goal as well, you are going to basically have a goal in your mind, but yet to try to align the team into what's the goal achievement, but they don't even know what the goal is. And that becomes detrimental. And that's very important to you as a young man. And we hope that you learn to understand that when you have aligned the team, you need to make sure that you drive them towards goal achievement. Now, evaluate how well goals are being met, because while you set the goals, you must actually evaluate if those goals are met. Because each time then you articulate the goals, you lead the team towards fulfilling the goals, there must be a way of measuring those goals if they are being achieved or not. Because if you are not achieving these goals, that's going to be a waste of time to continue actually pushing the team for goal achievement that you are not achieving. There might be a need for you to review the goals. There might be a need for you to say, because we have not achieved this particular goal, let's put this as a goal again in the next 3 months, so that you can be able to actually look at that. But the measurement of the goals is very important for you to have, so that they know that we have achieved the goal or we have not achieved the goal. Number 3 KPI on as a leader is when you have aligned the team, you have put a goal achievement and align them towards the goal. It is very important to look at what we call project success. Now, project success is actually looked at with assess the impact of key projects on the business. So look at the key projects that you have put up, because remember that if you want to achieve a goal, there must be some projects along the way that will lead you towards achieving that goal. So therefore, it is very important that you assess the impact of those projects, the impact of the key projects that you put on. Now, I want to also emphasize the fact that when you've got the projects, you've got those medium-term projects, you've got those short-term projects, you've got those long-term projects, and as you put them up, make sure that those short-term projects, as you go towards completing them, at the end of the day, you keep on giving feedback to the team about the success of those projects and the progress of those projects as well, so that it can encourage them towards the next projects. If they have achieved the short-term projects and you give them feedback, they can be able to be encouraged towards the mid-term or the medium-term project as well. But it's very important that we look at it and say then, assess the impact of those key projects on the business to make sure that they are really doing or serving the desired result, or they bringing the desired result, or are they actually driving us to the desired destination? And this is very important for you as a young man, as a leader, that you look at it, that project success is actually tied to feedback, that you're feeding the people back so that they can forever know that we are succeeding in this particular project. Now, the other thing under strategy, which is very important, and I cannot close this without mentioning this, that market positioning is very important. Now, we want to emphasize the issue of market positioning, because you need to determine the standing in the market. You need to know where you are. How much market share do you have if it's a business? How much market share do you have? If you are having competitors, then how much market share do they have? Because that's very important for us to know that you have market share as one of the key performance indicators. And you must actually set up a goal of saying, because if our market share is about 20%, you can always set a goal and say, but next year, this time, we want to be on 25% market share. And then you're going to be putting on those activities or tactics that will actually lead you towards increasing your market share, because that's very, very important. When you don't have these key performance indicators, the KPIs, like in strategy, and you're not even sure of this key performance indicator, you're not going to be able to plan going forward. As I give an example and say, when you know what your market share is about, you're going to be able to drive the business towards actually increasing that market share. But you need to be knowing where you are so that you can actually monitor the progress towards increasing the market share, so that you can be able to evaluate if you are making some strides about the market share from where you planned last year to this year, where you've planned this year to next year. So it's very important that you as a leader, you are able to make sure that your market share position you know, and you are clear about it, so that you know when you're moving the needle towards progress and success, it is very important that you know that. But it's also very important that we mention that under strategy, you need to have what we call stakeholder satisfaction as a key performance indicator. And this is the reason why companies and businesses would have surveys. They would have surveys where people could actually give feedback on the level of service that you are giving as a business. Now, as a leader, you are very strategic, or you're very key in putting on the proper strategy of stakeholder satisfaction management, so that you may know if the people that you're servicing, are they happy with your business? Are they happy with your service as well? And that is the reason why surveys are very, very important. So gauge how satisfied your stakeholders are. And don't just be in the dark and hitting in the dark, like you're boxing in the dark. And because you need to know if your customers are satisfied, if your stakeholders, because remember, stakeholders are actually not only the customers, your stakeholders could be the businesses that you deal with, could be the B2B type of approach whereby the businesses that you deal with, it could be the suppliers that you deal with, it could be business partners that you deal with, it could be your own employees as well. These are stakeholders. Just make sure that you know if they're satisfied or not. And that's very, very important that you check that as well. And finally, for today, under strategy, the KPI that I want to speak about is risk management as well. Now, it's very important that as a leader, you always check risk management. You identify and address potential risks in every single step of your business and every single step of your strategy as well. Because it's naive to think that you will always make money like you did last year. It's very naive to think that you will increase your margins more than last year, obviously, because by doing the same things that we were doing last year. So it's very important, therefore, you look at risk management, which could include competitor activities, which could include maybe disastrous moments of maybe natural causes, those type of things, the economic state of the country or the world, or things that will be affecting the economy globally, geopolitics as well. So you look at that, change in political principles in your country or globally. That could be wars, things like war and conflicts in the world. Those are type of things that may pose risk to your business, may pose risk to your projects, may pose a risk to your team as well. So that's very important that you do look at risk management and therefore try to look at how best can we act in this risky market and or in this risky environment. So please put up a strategy on how to manage the risk. It's very important that you do so because that will help you. So it is a KPI of very, very high importance as well. And I want you to take care of that as a leader in your own sphere or in your own business. I want to end up here today, your host, Micornus Phokane, the leader, the founder of the Young Men Empowerment Forum. We will deal with KPIs that speaks to engagement tomorrow as part 2, and I hope that you've learned quite a bit out of this, and you'll join us tomorrow as we deal with engagement as a KPI or KPIs under engagement. And before we check out today, we want to remind you of our social media platform, Young Men Empowerment Forum. That's where we are right now, which is the platform on Facebook. Remember also my Micornus Phokane Facebook page. Don't also forget our YouTube channel where you need to subscribe. Click notification buttons in all these platforms. Don't forget our TikTok account as well. Very important for you. We have posted different materials there in the past that might be very useful for you as well. Till we meet again in part 2 of this great topic, and I want you to have a wonderful day. May the good Lord bless you and allow me to say cheers for now.